should play it in French. Or in Deutsch. Just... yeah, always read the EULA. Okay. Should we see what the backstory is? For us, there is no victory. Lived a man who was a legend among mercenaries, a man who put together a formidable unit of soldiers of fortune long before the advent of private military companies that dared to call itself a nation. A man who, with his nation at his back, made an enemy of modern capitalist society and the world. This is his story. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF. Business is a new kind of business. Known by the code names such as Snake and later Big Boss, he proved himself as an agent of the U.S. Special Force Unit Fox. But a certain incident spurred him to part ways with the military, and he said to have roamed the world's war zones as a gun for hire. In 1974, Snake and his partner, Kazuhira Miller, were running a small mercenary outfit in Colombia when they were visited by a man claiming to be a professor from Costa Rica's University for Peace. According to this professor, there had been several incidents involving a mysterious armed group in Costa Rica, a country without a military of its own. The professor was accompanied by one of his students, a girl named Paz, who had been abducted and assaulted by this group. The professor and Paz offered to hire Snake and drive the group out of Costa Rica. However, Snake saw through their deception in an instant.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake.
The professor was actually a KGB agent, and the armed group in question, backed by the CIA. The Cold War was no stranger to such overseas clandestine operations between U.S. and Soviet agents, but the CIA's motives were a mystery. Paz had escaped from one of the CIA group facilities with a cassette tape. On it was the voice of a woman known as the Mother of Special Forces, the Boss. With a popular song from 1973 playing in the background, it was reasonable to conclude that the recording was made recently. Snake was stunned. The Boss was supposed to be dead. What was she doing in Costa Rica?
I'll do it.
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz. Snake. The Boss was Snake's mentor, and the only woman he ever loved. But 10 years prior, Snake was forced to take the Boss's life as part of a mission, a bitter memory that still haunted him. Despite realizing that she simply could not have survived, Snake was unable to turn the professor down, telling himself he was intervening as a deterrent for a defenseless country, as well as the honor of virtue of Paz's name, Peace. Snake departed for Costa Rica. Once there, he ran into a unit of the Sandinista National Liberation Front that had fled Nicaragua. After rising up against the pro-American Somoza regime, these rebels had become targets for the CIA group, who killed their commandant and left the unit in shambles.
Everyone treats me like a child. I couldn't stand it anymore, Chico.
Snake rescued the Sandinistas and invited them back to Mother Base, the new offshore base of operations provided to them by the KGB. The fallen commandant's children, Amanda and Chico, saw something of the hero, Che Guevara, in Snake, and grew to idolize him. This triggered a rapid expansion for Snake's forces. However, he was still no closer to discovering what the CIA was really up to in Costa Rica.
I believe in peace through nuclear deterrence.
Snake then encountered Huey, a wheelchair-bound scientist being forced to work for the CIA. Huey revealed the CIA's terrifying plot. They were developing a system by which, following radar detection of an enemy nuclear launch, an AI would analyze all available data and automatically execute a retaliatory nuclear strike at appropriate targets. Although designed to increase the power of nuclear deterrence, Coleman, the CIA's Central American station chief, planned to actually launch a nuke to demonstrate the effectiveness of automated retaliation. This demonstration was only 5 days away. Snake rushed to the development lab to stop their AI from being completed. You left everything behind. Your country, your identity, your past beaten ideals. There's still one thing you haven't let go of. Upon infiltrating the lab, Snake was greeted by the voice from the tape, the same voice of his lost mentor. But this was in fact the voice of the retaliatory system's AI. Its developer, Dr. Strangelove, had selected the boss, the so-called greatest soldier who ever lived, as the AI's intellectual model. However, succumbing to personal obsession, Strangelove was deviated from the research's original purpose. Not only had she reproduced the boss's voice, she was on the verge of bringing her psyche back to life in AI form, driven by a bizarre kind of love. What if the boss could truly be revived in every detail? Or if only in AI form? Snake hesitated as Strangelove's idea touched his sense of loss. His guard down, Snake was immediately captured. The boss's AI was completed, and Peace Walker, the nuclear-equipped walking battle tank housing the retaliatory AI system, went active. I was made to fight. I am a gun. Snake fought in vain as Peace Walker prepared to fire the nuke, but in the face of catastrophe, it was ultimately a machine that saved mankind from nuclear annihilation. The boss AI sank Peace Walker to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua, stopping the launch. With the crisis behind him, Snake took advantage of his recent mobilization to continue Mother Base's expansion indefinitely. Snake understood that the AI had acted to save the world, but that did not change the fact that this system based on the boss's mind had chosen at last to lay down its weapon. As a weapon himself, Snake felt the act to be a rejection of his life. Undeterred, Snake and Miller invited Doctors Huey and Strangelove to Mother Base to develop Metal Gear Zeke, a bipedal weapon they eventually equipped with a nuclear warhead, suddenly making their unit a nuclear power.
This peace will no longer be my heaven.
Meanwhile, Mother Base took Kaz, already an orphan, but now left without her KGB benefactor following the end of the crisis. However, this was all engineered by an intelligence agency known as Cypher. Under Cypher's orders, Paz got close to Amanda, Chico, and the others, while exploring more and more of the base, secretly plotting to hijack Zeke. Her objective was to use the weapon as a bargaining chip to force Snake into becoming a military arm of Cypher. Paz's attempt failed when Snake defeated Zeke, and she was thrown beneath the waters of the Caribbean. It was only then that Snake learned Chico had fallen in love with her. A diary she kept while in the base was discovered several days later. It revealed the young girl torn between serving Cypher and following her heart.
This is Chico. Cypher's holding me in a U.S. military base in Cuba.
Perhaps due to Paz revealing the existence of Snake's nuke to Cypher, the International Atomic Energy Agency contacted Mother Base to request that it agree to a nuclear inspection. If word got out that Snake's unit had a nuclear weapon, it would face severe criticism from around the world. But Huey, acting on his own, informed the IAEA that Mother Base would allow the inspection. His reasoning was that as long as they kept Zeke and his nuke hidden from the inspectors, they could demonstrate to the international community that they were not a threat. The option to call off the inspection having expired, Snake and his men reluctantly got preparations underway. Meanwhile, Amanda, being deployed to Cuba to assist with the Sandinistas, learned that Paz had survived. The timing could not have been worse. Suspecting her of turning her back on the organization, Cypher had captured Paz and was interrogating her at a U.S. military base in the southern tip of Cuba. Chico learned of this and set out to save Paz by himself. It was not long before a radio message from Chico reached Mother Base saying he too had been captured. I know it hurts right now, but it will all be over soon. With an idea as to Cypher's true identity, Snake could not allow that what Chico and Paz knew to fall into their hands. Furthermore, if he could rescue Paz, he might be able to get information from her that would help him fight back against Cypher. On the eve of the nuclear inspection, Snake made a decision to leave for Cuba. Alright. Mission will begin. In an era where the world still divided into East and West, the boss and the mother of Special Forces, a hero to World War II, defected to the Soviet Union. Under order from the U.S. government, her final apprentice, Naked Snake, took her life. But well, by the boss, her defection was no more than a cover. She was made to sacrifice to prevent nuclear war. This was a final mission. Boss used Snake to ensure that the philosopher's legacy, the vast military fund under Soviet Army control, would reach America. For these outstanding accomplishments, Snake was awarded the title of Big Boss. After turning his back to America, Snake began recruiting soldiers to help with the Kazuya Hira Miller. Whatever. Snake's private army continued to grow. So much reading. Okay, we're just gonna start the mission. Puppy dog. Dog.
Told us everything. Don't worry, I kept my word. She didn't suffer long. Here. You earned it. How's it feel to play the traitor? No more war games. You're a real man now, soldier. Give my regards to your boss when you get home.
What's on the tape? Oh, alright. Is that the Red Skull?
10 days ago, we got reports that Paz was still alive.
She survived.
She was rescued by a Belizean fisherman who found her drifting in the Caribbean.
So what's the plan? Silence her before we're compromised?
No. I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil, and out of U.S. legal jurisdiction.
The upcoming inspection of Mother Base has to be connected somehow. The timing's too perfect.
The UN's nuclear inspection.
My guess is they're trying to corroborate Paz's lead.
What an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved is bad news. Cypher's the ones who sent Paz to us in the first place.
She knows the true nature.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher. If she's still alive, we need her on our side.
I'm wondering if this is the one, like one of the, didn't one of the Metal Gear Solids actually have Kiefer Sutherland as Snake? Instead of David Hayter. Axel F.
Trojan horse is in.
Skullface.
This pirate crackdown's a go. Move!
Stop. I can't believe.
So who's the other target?
That would be Chico. He's being held in the same area as Paz. Last radio contact was 40 hours ago. Find them both. Bring him back alive. Enter the compound from the south cliff. Secure Chico and Paz, then report back from the rendezvous point.
But this is Ground Zeroes. There's another Metal Gear Solid 5 that stands in pain. What the hell?
We'll send a chopper from across the Cuban border.
Cuban
You
border.
should be back at Mother Base in time for lunch. You'll probably just miss our guests. The only catch is you go in solo.
Yep.
The politically sensitive nature of the mission needs backup is not an option.
Fine. I like some alone time now and then.
Kiefer Sutherland. Ah, they're strong.
I'm in front of the prison camp.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Metal Gear Solid 3 was Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid 2 was what? Guns of the... was that the...
Chico and Paz are being held in an old unused part of the compound. Get inside and head northeast. This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon the area. If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster. Keep low. You can check the controls on the pause screen.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, stand on your sore thumb here.
What do you see? Press the call button to get more intel. Your binoculars are equipped with a directional microphone. You should be able to listen in on whatever they're pointed at. You should try listening in on those soldiers. Even casual chatter could reveal something in a place like this. Head for the old prison. You'll find the targets there. You can use your iDroid to check all sorts of operational data. The map, objectives, the target's locations. It'll help a lot if you let it. To climb an obstacle, press the action button.
Do we got a silencer on this rifle?
There's a guard up there. If you're going to eliminate him, use a gun. Prison area. You can bring up the target's location on your iDroid.
Marker placed.
Interesting.
Eyes open, boss. Take a good look at the enemy through your binoculars, and you can mark him. Marked enemies can be sensed when nearby, even if there's a wall between you and them. but it only works if you stop and take the time to focus your attention. This helps you maintain situational awareness. Try it. Contact me if you need advice. I've sent VIs of the targets to your iDroid. Take a good look. You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight. That's the old prison area. The targets are there.
Let's see. Shoot the motherfucker.
CP, this is Delta 4. Gunfire. No fix on the position. Over. This is CP. Understood. Locate threat immediately and eliminate as necessary. Out.
How many times do I gotta shoot that guy? Oh, freaking darts!
Boss, what happened? Boss!
Darts. I got freaking darts. I keep forgetting I got freaking tranquilizer darts.
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Head for the old prison. You'll find the targets there.
What do we got? No?
This is the transmission we intercepted. Chico's call for help.
Snake, it's Chico. I need your help. Cypher's holding me on a U.S. military base in Cuba. Classic Tier 2. You're at the precinct area on the coast. There's some cages to the east of a big building. Eastern old grassy facility. That's where we are. Help me, Snake.
Help me, Snake.
Their lives are in your hands. Get Chico and Paz out of there.
Oh, I don't know. Listen to all that. No, get up.
Contact me if you need advice. That rain just won't let up. It'll help you stay out of sight, but watch you don't get hypothermia. CQC is effective for dealing with nearby enemies. You can now either interrogate him, knock him out, or kill him. His life is in your hands.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
Call your friends.
Somebody get over here!
Speak.
You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
Body dumper. Come on, put him right here. There you go. I don't want to go on the road. Don't want to go on the road. Can't get into any of these buildings. see which way should I walk around. I'm so used to other, oh crud. Other controls.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Alright. I'll keep him asleep for a while, I hope.
Eyes open, boss. That's the old prison area. The targets are there.
Come on. Nope.
CP, this is Zulu 2. Lost visual contact. Heading to last known position. Over. This is CP. Understood. Investigate the area, but stay alert. Out. CP, this is Zulu 10. Lost sight of the enemy. We're going to search the area. Over. This is CP. Understood. They can't have gotten far. Stay alert. Out.
Oh no, come on. How do I get back up, you fud? Are you kidding me? I cannot, that's the one thing I...
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Head for the old prison. You'll find the targets there. now either interrogate him, knock him out, or kill him. You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
Oh, I hear a truck.
Take a good look at the enemy through your binoculars, and you can mark him. Marked enemies can be sensed when nearby, even if there's a wall between you and them. But it only works if you stop and take the time to focus your attention. This helps you maintain situational awareness. Try it. Contact me if you need advice.
You get down duty and kiss your break time goodbye, man. My buddy was crying on my shoulder about it.
That place has been dead for years. Now we got these, I don't know who's, bringing in enemy combatants from stateside.
Right. And the CO is tearing his hair out.
Feel like I'm living in a prison, man.
The map has been updated.
Alright.
That's the old prison area. The targets are there. Eyes open, boss.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Try and contact the target. Wait for the enemy to stand down. Trying to take you out. Contact the target later. contact with the target. Watch yourself. If you let go, it's a long way down. Just move carefully when you come back.
Go. Hell of a way to go. Come on, get up. That works, whatever.
Chico. Chico.
Alright. So how can there be Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain and
Chico, it's me.
a Ground Zeroes?
Go away! Go away!
Chico, keep it down.
Go away!
Chico, come.
Shoot the kid with the thing. Now let me guess, I gotta carry the body somewhere.
I got Chico.
And boss?
Not here.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Is Chico able to walk?
Hold on. Not gonna happen.
You'll have to carry him out there. Okay, boss, change your plans. Haul Chico over to the rendezvous point. We'll get Posse's whereabouts out of him once he's calmed down. I marked the RV on your map. Okay, now carry Chico there. There's someone in there. What do you plan on doing? A POW. That's fine if he has some intel, I guess. Another prisoner. Looks like he's alive. No. Just a little further. That's it. You're at the RV. The enemy's trying to take you out. Find a place to hide the target.
Jeez.
Looks like they've lost visual on you. Okay, now use your iDroid to call the chopper for pickup.
I got more POWs, man. No man left behind, yo. A lot easier to do this without a body hanging on there. Two more. Do this.
CP, this is Zulu 6. We're standing down here. No hostile spotted. Over. This is CP. Understood. You can pull him out too if you want, but just don't forget the targets. Once you don't end up head first in the ocean.
It hurts all over.
I think that's all of them, right? I hope so.
Please select a landing zone.
Open the front gate. Supply deliveries on its way in. Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way now.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Morpho, on station at LZ.
Put the target on the chopper. Okay, target is in. Target's inside. Is that it? He's coming too. Roger that.
Extracted Chico.
Chico's tape. Think it could give us a clue to Paz's location. Use your iDroid to listen to it.
Oh yeah.
On your feet.
Okay.
Chico was taken out of his cage. Did he leave the tape recording while he was being moved? Paz might be up ahead. I hear vehicles. And a flag. Must be near the heliport. A gate. Chico left the tape on record while he was being moved. Try using what you hear to find Paz. If you're still not sure, listen to the tape again. That sound. A flag fluttering. Next they headed for a place with a helicopter.
Oh, there's a landing zone.
matches Chico's tape.
Who the hell can see me? Alright, well, I'm taking mofos left and right here. Alright, let's see. We gotta have a plan of attack here. Another dude right there, another dude right there. Need to act like Batman here. Yeah, I think she's somewhere in there. Oh shit, 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 shit. Down we go. What the heck is that thing? Alright.
Spit it out.
What is over there? Oh, and a gun. Come on over here, buddy. Which way is he going?
Somebody, get over here!
Still searching for Paz? Try interrogating some of the Marines. They must know something. Put the squeeze on them.
Yeah, I tried that. There's so many people. Come on, buddy. Turn around. Oh, sure.
CP, this is Delta 1, what's wrong? Come in, Delta 1. We have a situation. All units on alert.
The surveillance camera.
Okay, fine. Alright. We'll watch the news. Time to watch the news. Alright. All the news. Let's fit the print.